The LCS is heading into a new era, and it's not the veterans leading the charge. This year, it's a wave of new rookies who have been spending the last 2 years grinding throughout the ACL, NACL, Brazil, and Korea, waiting for the moment to finally claim their spot at the top. This is not a hype reel or a shallow scouting list. These are the players who have already shaped their regions and are now stepping onto the biggest stage in North America with something to prove. Cryogen, Sajed, Griffin, Gakgos, Zamudo, and Zany all bring something different. Some come with trophies, some with absurd mechanical ceilings, and some with a level of hunger that you just can't coach. If even a few of them hit their stride, the entire landscape of the league will shift. So let's take a real look at the rookies who can rewrite what the LCS was going to look like in 2026. First, we have FlyQuest Cryogen. Cryogen arrives in the LCS with the fastest rise arc we have ever tracked on botdiff.lol. A year ago, he was in school with no clear path, and then he finally committed to going pro and exploded throughout the ACL. His summer championship run was not a fluke. It was the first sign that he could absorb meta shifts, learn picks fast, and keep a stable voice in the mid-game. FlyQuest needed someone who could take responsibility for engages and early rotations with the departure of Buzio, and Cryogen fits that identity instantly. What makes him so special is how he can blend calm decision making with decisive playmaking. He does not hesitate when he sees a window. He is confident in his reads and he supports his ADC without losing map presence. And he is already showing skill expression on champions like Bard and Rell that demand aggression. Support has been one of NA's weakest role for years, and Cryogen is looking to be that rare rookie who can walk in and raise the floor of the league right away. I actually had the pleasure of being able to interview Cryogen. If you want to learn more about him, click the link down in the description. Next up, we have Disguised Sajed. Sajed is a rookie who feels almost overdue for his promotion. His NACL run was one of the most dominant seasons an NA developing ADC has put together in years. He earned a first split title, a CLOL title, MVP, and top tier stats. He did all of that while laning against former LCS starters and rising rookies. Sajed plays a lane with a mix of patience and takeover confidence that few players are able to match. When he gets on Misfortune, he looks like he's playing an almost different game entirely. What drives his potential is the mindset behind the performance. Sajed is extremely grounded in review and brutally honest about the current talent pool. He knows NA does not have that many players pushing for LCS readiness, and he's not shy about saying that he wants that spot. Disguise is not getting a rookie who's just waiting to learn. They are getting a player who has been building towards this moment for years and plans to make it count from game one. I also had the pleasure to sit down and interview Sajed, link in the description. Another rookie from FlyQuest, Griffin is entering the LCS with a level of regional experience that most rookies never get. Starting in the T1 system in 2024, he racked up wins in the LCK Academy series and then headed to Loud in Brazil and kept performing in high-stakes games. He thrives in chaotic, skirmish-heavy environments, which is the perfect foundation for an evolving LCS meta that rewards aggressive jungle play. His pool leans really heavy into carry picks like Wukong, Xin Zhao, and Nidalee. He shows a natural instinct for forcing early game momentum. What gives him such long-term potential is how well he can read the map under pressure. Griffin has an internal clock for when the game needs to accelerate and when his lanes need space. He does not shy away from tempo plays, even against veteran players. FlyQuest is surrounding him with talented pieces that match his style, and if he adapts to the LCS stage quickly, he is positioned to be one of the most impactful rookie junglers NA has seen in years. Next up, another FlyQuest rookie, Gakgos, is the youngest player in the league, but he already carries himself with the confidence of a veteran. His LTA championship run last year was the first moment people realized he was not just a stopgap. He went 3 for 3 against the top seed VKS and looked composed even when the pressure peaked during the series. That level of control at 17 is not normal. It is a trait that separates rookies who survive from rookies who thrive. FlyQuest believes that he can handle the top lane responsibility from the start, and last year's game suggests that they are right. His champion pool gives him the perfect foundation for the role. Gakgos can play both tanks and fighters at a high level, but the real standout is his rumble. It is one of the most confident and threatening versions we have seen from a Western rookie or veteran in years. He uses it to force fights on his own timing and drags the game in his direction. If he can translate that same fearlessness into week-by-week LCS play, he has a genuine shot at becoming the league's breakout star. Next, we have Lion's Zamudo. Zamudo steps into the LCS with one of the most unique development paths among NA rookies. He went on a 25-game win streak in the NACL, and that was not a meme. It was confirmation that he could win lane, control side waves, and shape drafts without relying on any surprise factor. That streak turned him from one of the more interesting academy projects into a real LCS candidate. He followed it up on improved consistency, better team play, and a wider champion pool that lets Lion test him in almost every lane step imaginable. What elevates him beyond hype is his adaptability. Zamudo can play your standard Renekton and Gnar lanes, but he can also lean into carry picks like Kale and flip the entire identity of a comp. Former teammates have praised his ability to reset mentally mid-series, and players across the NACL have called him one of the toughest top laners to lane against. If Lion gives him space to express his full identity in the top lane, he can quickly climb into the conversation as one of NA's most dangerous new top laners. Lastly, we have Zany from Shopify Rebellion. Zany may be entering into the league as one of the most important rookie signings in years. Coming out of KT Rolster Challengers with 10 first-place finishes in the LCK Academy and Asia Masters, he brings a pedigree that most LCS rookies just do not have. He dominated one of the strongest developmental ecosystems in the world, and he did it with an aggressive, lane-controlling style that Shopify desperately needed last year. He brings immediate firepower to a roster that already had the pieces but lacked mid-lane presence. Rest in peace, Palafox. The exciting part is how well Shopify is positioned to support him. Bavoy and Sayos give him stability on one side, and Contracts provides veteran jungle experience on the other. Zany thrives when he has teammates who can match his tempo, and this roster is built exactly to do that. His mage pool is already strong, and as he rounds out the rest, he could become the player that finally pushes Shopify from a dangerous playoff team to an actual championship contender. When you put these 6 rookies side by side, you see exactly why people are starting to believe in NA as a region again. They each represent a different path, a different playstyle, and a different way of leaving an impact on their league. But they all share the same thing that has been missing from this region for too long: genuine ambition. They are not here to blend in or be quiet rookies, they are here to take jobs, push veterans, and force this league to evolve or fall behind. If this new generation succeeds, the LCS finally gets the identity shift fans have been waiting for. Faster games, fearless playmaking, and young players who are hungry enough to make it happen. Let me know who you think will break out first, and as always, stay locked in.